And here we are. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news from our city, from our state, from our country. We take a look at what we know and what we learn about Puerto Vallarta on an ongoing basis, and we combine it all together to try to jazz up our lives here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English speaking locals. So it is a pleasure to see you all this morning, as always. It is Monday, September 27th. The month is almost over, and before you know it, it's Thanksgiving, and then it comes it's going so quickly. It's not even funny, but we're going to take things one day at a time, of course. And today we have important news to share. It's news that are going on around the city, and we have some information about new coins that are coming out, some information about some upset bus drivers that are not happy with a few things. So I'll just fill you in with all those details through the news. As you know, we always welcome new viewers. So if you happen to be new and you want to let us know, you can do so. Just write the word new on your comment, in your comment, on your comment. Just write the word new and we'll just give you a great welcome. And of course, if you have something truly important that you wish to bring up during the broadcast, it helps a great deal if you add a letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and we'll be looking for it. So let's dive into the news and see what things are looking like for the beginning of this week. Well, we start with our favorite caca water company, SEAPAL, is not only busy addressing all the sewer problems that they are busy rebuilding their facilities after damage caused by Hurricane Nora with a price tag of approximately 66.5 million pesos. Presently, they are working in what they know or they call their Galeria 1, and this is along the Rio Cuale near El Remanse, where this breakwater is being built because it was destroyed by the hurricane. Other actions by SEAPAL include upgrades along Aguacate Street in Emiliano Zapata and in the Pitillal River in Colonia San Esteban and Colonia Playa Grande. As an aside, I was out and about walking with my friends yesterday, and I noticed that a lot of work is being done right now, right next to the Riviera Cuale, by building this breakwater to prevent further damage to the street. And I would imagine this will eventually be extended all the way down to under the building so that the building looks pretty and like nothing happened. So we don't know exactly what the ultimate plans are for this situation. We get questions about this from time to time. And all we know is that somebody is ordering these these big boulders to be placed in the river, and once again changed the landscape of the river. It was also good as I walked up the Rio Cuala River to see that at least one of the hanging bridges has been fixed or is in the process of being fixed. This makes me very happy, as we know that all the suspended um, pedestrian bridges along the river pretty much were destroyed during the hurricane. So it's nice to see that these are being fixed. After several weeks without any COVID 19 vaccine shipments from the Federation, the state of Jalisco received, excuse me, 741,660 vaccines this past Friday. This is part of the federal government's goal to have all the population 18 years of age and older with having received at least one dose of the vaccine by the end of October. It is worth recalling that while vaccination campaigns are over here in Puerto Vallarta, the rest of the state is still hard at work scheduling the remaining campaigns so that vaccines can be made available for folks that missed out. Um, while we're talking about vaccines and this, that, and the other, we haven't shown the COVID 19 stoplight indicator in a couple of weeks. Here it is. We continue to be in the yellow. And the next time this is updated will be this coming weekend. And of course, we're going to keep our fingers crossed so that we can hope to see more and more Mexican states shifting color to green. And that is, the expectation we'll have. In the meantime, our guidelines have not changed. We are still working at making sure that the population wears a face mask everywhere and that we keep our distance from other people and so forth and so on. You know the drill. The basics have not changed. Saturday, somebody brought up that government offices would be closed today, and indeed, Mexico celebrates Public Servant Day today, and as such, all state and municipal offices will be closed, returning to their regular hours tomorrow. Saturday, or I believe it was Friday, I don't remember, we mentioned a new 20 peso bill, and now we've learned that the Bank of Mexico is also issuing several new coins to commemorate 700 years of the foundation of Tenochtitlan, 500 years of the historic memory of Tenochtitlan, and the bicentenary of the Mexican independence. So your 20 peso coins, your 10 peso coins may look slightly different, or you may stumble into some with people you don't recognize. No reason to be alarmed. These are just commemorative coins that are going to be made available as of right now, as a matter of fact. So there you have it. Let us turn over to the weather just to see what we have in store, and we'll take it from there. Ooh, happy iPhone launch weekend. May your shiny new devices momentarily fill the void in your cold, dead hearts. That's what our snarky weather has to say to us today. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not getting any new iPhones because they're so fracking expensive. But I can tell you that our temperature, as usual, is 27 degrees at this time of day. Feels like 31. Humidity is at 89%. And if you are a Fahrenheit kind of person, you should know that we are enjoying 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Our weather forecast for today calls for humidity and a partly cloudy day with a high temperature of 32, low temperature of 23. Tuesday, that will be tomorrow, humid and partly cloudy through the day with a high temperature of 32 and a low temperature of 22. Wednesday, we can expect a humid and mostly cloudy day, again with a high temperature of 31 and a low temperature of 22. I have a couple of extra headlines that I wish to share with you. One of them is purely for context. Local bus drivers blocked traffic along Francisco Medina Asensio this past Saturday and threatened to do it again this morning at 7 a.m. They are protesting for what they are alleging is unfair persecution by the state government because the state government removed from circulation a few buses that were in irregular condition. They were not in top shape. So these are not the new buses that run through the city, the new white buses. These are some of the few older buses remaining in some of the older routes. So this is one of those cases in which we're not going to get into the is it fair or unfair, because we don't have enough information. Just know that there are a bunch of unhappy bus drivers out there. So if all of a sudden you run into a situation of unexpected traffic, chances are that these gentlemen are protesting for something. They are hoping that the state government will pay attention to their comments, and something good will hopefully come out of this. We will keep you posted on this situation. And before we dive into our comments, I want to, now that I'm at liberty to give you more details, I want to share a shameless plug for my friend Sebastian Coronel and his group of sexy, talented male dancers. These are the guys that I've been photographing, and they call themselves Boys on Fire. They're going to start a new male burlesque cabaret at the Palm, and this starts pretty soon. This starts on October 3rd. So I do know that I'm busy taking the last few promotional photographs that these guys need so that they can continue to put together all their show. I understand that it's a play, and there's going to be dancing, and there's going to be dialogue. I don't know all the details, but I am just very happy to see friends invent something from nothing to create entertainment and create a means to bring income to their tables. So I'm really excited for them, and I wish them well. I'm going to be photographing a few of them later on today. And again, this is going to be playing at the Palm Cabaret. I will share the link in case you want to go and look at sexy guys. Maybe we can all go together or something to that effect. And now, let's take a quick look at your comments, just to see who's here, just to see what you're up to on this Monday morning. It is a muggy Monday, says Dave. But it's nice that you're enjoying your view in El Cerro. Excellent. And yes, my throat is so scratchy today because I laughed a lot yesterday. I went out for a walk with my friends and had a really good time just being silly and laughing. Let's see what we have. Lovely hellos from my cousin Norma in Chicago. Buenos dias. Mwah. And let's see, I'm looking for cues. Logan reports more caca water, but now in Colonia Emiliano Zapatas. Not as bad as Versailles and Diaz Ordaz, but still blech. Okay, let us hope that this goes away. John says comments disappear now while watching on phones. So weird. You know, John, all I can tell you is Facebook changes these things every now and then, and it is very weird. Keith asks, is there a website to download proof of vaccination? Yes, there is. Keith, I am not remembering the website right now, but I'll try to look it up and add it to the show notes. It is a place where you upload your information and they send you back a PDF with your certificate. Dave gets snarky. In the meantime, the homeowner association members at the Riviera Cuale can swim in the river. Tómala, he says. Well, we don't know exactly what they're up to, but they must be busy. They must be busy, that's for sure. The coins are the same size as before, asks Angelica. I'm inclined to believe yes. All they are changing is the faces. Matthew hopes that the 20 pesos are not issued at a grand scale because they're easily confused with the 10 peso coins. This is correct. Let's see what else. Super excited to catch this show, especially knowing that Roy Gomez will be featured. He's an amazing singer. Then it'll be fun to go together, Logan. Hopefully we can do that. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There's a long question here. Let's see. Good morning, Paco. Love your show as always. Quick question: how safe is Mexico in general? You hear so many different stories from different people, especially when traveling by car around the country. I'm just curious, would like your personal input on this. Thank you, my friend. Well, Sheil, let me tell you, it is such a big question. It's like saying how safe is any country? How safe is any place? I think Mexico is a pretty safe place in general. I think you can easily um, lose track of your common sense and make decisions that will put you in places or situations that are not safe. But that could happen to you in England, that could happen to you in Canada, in Brazil, anywhere you go. Um, I wish I could give you anything more specific, but it's a big question, and that would be my personal input on this. Oh, thank you very much, Lorraine. Thank you. That this would be the website for getting the certificate for your vaccine. This is the website that you can access. Let's see. Salam goes to the basics. You can also Google the site. Of course, we can all use Google to find the information that we need when we have questions about things. So there you have it. Um, there is an app for all vaccinations called Docket. Not sure if Mexico has put it in place. I can tell you that Mexico has not put it in place to the best of my knowledge. I've never heard of something called Docket, at least not here in Mexico. It downloads all your vaccination for easy presentation to places that need proof. Huh. Well, maybe it's, I don't know if that is a vaccine specific application or if it is just a PDF um, application, because ultimately you have a PDF document that gets sent to you. You can just store that document on your phone without the need for a special application. But now I'm curious. I'm going to go look up what this docket thing is and just find out more about it after the broadcast. Karen says, big question about a big country. Yeah, those are very, very big questions. They're questions that we usually get from people that are either considering visiting or moving or things like that. Asking whether a place is safe or not is completely legitimate, but it is also such an abstract concept to be able to answer with any kind of accuracy or fairness because, I find it very, very difficult. Um, this is what we have for today. I don't see any cues. I don't see any comments, which is a good thing. Everybody knows everything, and that's lovely. Um, so I think we're going to have a short broadcast today. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. We have a follow up of what we discussed last week. Last week we were talking about tacos de canasta. So we have gone to places where you can enjoy tacos de canasta. And we took some photographs and video that we are going to share tomorrow, along with whatever other things happen to be on your mind. Meanwhile, have gotten curious about some of these things, like this thing docket. Susie asks, just curious, when you are not eating out, what do you cook at home? Chicken? Usually eat tortillas or tacos every meal. All the times I've been there, never have groceries shopped, but buy hamburger. See someone has brought her French press with her. Is that necessary? Then no mention of coffee grinder. What? Well, Susie, these are fascinating questions, but this looks like a question from somebody that is not a local. Um, you know, what does one cook at home? One cooks at home whatever one feels like eating. Um, Chicken, sometimes. Usually eat tortillas or tacos every meal? Of course not. Look at my face. If I ate tortillas on every meal, I would be a double-sized blimp. Uh, buy hamburger? Of course, we buy hamburger. French press? Of course, we use a French press. I mean, it's like, what kind of ranch do you think we live in? It's fair enough that you're curious, but that is an odd question. If I've ever read one. Then no mention of coffee grinder. Well, if you show up here and you need a coffee grinder, you Amazon one. I Fascinating. I don't know that I'm stumped by this question. What do you guys eat at home when you're not cooking out there? I mean, I eat salads and I eat eggs and I eat what everybody else eats, I suppose. But I'm digressing here, and I think we are at the end of the broadcast. If you want to let us know in your comments what you eat, go right ahead. If you want to let us know what you use your coffee grinder for, go right ahead. Between now and tomorrow, eat tacos for every meal if you feel like it, or eat ground beef if you feel like it. Stay kind, stay curious, stay healthy, stay well fed, and stay in touch. And I will see you again tomorrow or sometime soon. Take care.